Hi, Chris Grant with Polygon here. We're here backstage at Nintendo's E3 press conference checking out NintendoLand. It's supposed to come out at launch, and it has experiences that are supposed to help you really understand what WiiU does. There's going to be 12 games. It's a theme park with 12 different areas of the theme park that are all based around Nintendo franchises. So today they're showing us 5 of these. The first one they're showing us is Donkey Kong's Crash Course. This is a single-player game where you use the gyroscope in the WiiU GamePad to control a cart, sort of like a minecart racer, but it's two-dimensional. And what you see on the screen is sort of, a more macro view of where you are, of what you see on the television. The next game is Luigi's Ghost Mansion, which actually supports up to 5 players. 4 players using a Wii remote, 1 player using a gamepad. The 4 players with the Wii remote are Luigi's. They can't see the ghost, but the controllers vibrate when you're near him, and they've got a battery, which they can shine on the ghost, depletes his health when he's down to 0, he's dead. Inversely, the player with the gamepad can see everybody and can lunge at them. Once he knocks them down, they can be revived by their teammates. So fun asynchronous gameplay where you get a different experience on the screen than you get on the television. We've also got Legend of Zelda Battle Chest, which is a Zelda-themed game. You can have 2 players with Wii remotes, 1 player with a gamepad. The way the screen's broken up is, it looks like they maybe supports a second gamepad, but they're not showing it today and not talking about it. The 2 players with the Wii remotes works like Skyward Sword style, full Wii Motion Plus. So you're slashing enemies, you're sort of set on rails and moving automatically. And the player that's the archer is actually playing on the gamepad, and they're aiming with the gamepad and the gyroscope and actually shooting enemies, again, walking on a linear path on rails. So it stands to reason that the 4th player could be a second archer, but they're only showing 1 gamepad, even though they announced that the Wii U can support 2 simultaneous gamepads. We also have Takamari's Ninja Castle. This is based on the Japan-only franchise that only came out on Famitsu, so it's not going to be familiar to a lot of North American Nintendo fans. With this game, you're holding the Wii gamepad vertically in portrait mode, and you're using your finger to swipe to throw ninja stars. And it's actually using the gyroscope to do so. So you're aiming the screen with the gyroscope, you're swiping, and the faster you swipe, the further and quicker you're throwing a ninja star. So in some levels, the ninjas are far away, and some they're closer, and you've really got to, try and hit them. When you're holding the controller vertically, you've got this groove in the back that helps you hold it, and they also kind of shorten the height of the controller and stretch it out sideways. So it feels a lot more natural now, holding it in the kind of portrait position instead of landscape. The last game is Animal Crossing Sweet Day, which supports up to, I think, 5 players again, 4 players playing with actual Wii remotes and 1 player playing with the gamepad. The player playing with the gamepad is controlling 2 knights, 1 map to each analog stick. So it's kind of like, rubbing your head and patting your belly at the same time. You're trying to chase 4 players that are trying to steal all the candy, and as you move the knights further apart, the screen sort of pulls back wider. So they're going after chasing candy, they're trying to get 50 pieces, you're trying to knock them down. You can knock down any player 3 times, you win, and you lunge with each different knight using the trigger button mapped to that analog stick. So it seems relatively simple, and ends up being really hard just keeping track of what you're doing and trying to stay coordinated, basically. So here today we have 5 of the 12 games. We don't know what the other 7 are. It stands to reason that at least some of those 7 are going to be things that we saw last year at E3, or even at CES. Specifically Battle Me, which was a Metroid-themed game, where you sort of had a first-person mode, you rolled into a ball. That game's not here, but it also fits the kind of NintendoLand theme of having theme parks built around specific games. There's also Chase Me, which is actually very similar to the Animal Crossing game, so maybe that experience sort of morphed into Animal Crossing. Regardless, the system comes out, I guess, later this year, and we'll find out more about those 7 games probably very slowly.